What is going on? I'm just trying to figure some things out. I had to kind of clear my cache on my shit, so let's go on that. So let's see. Okay. Stream now. So what's going on? We got the Boston Bruins game versus Florida Panthers in game number 5. Can I actually watch this? Is this just ESPN, or can I actually watch this on NESN? I prefer to watch it on NESN because the streaming is a bit better. I can watch it on NESN. That's where I'm watching it then. Okay, cool. I'm definitely for that. I don't feel like watching it on ESPN because it can be kind of shitty. What's going on, Sub? Appreciate you coming, watching it with me. There we go. So we got a good game here. I'm excited. Let me get in the seat. So Boston got a couple big wins there. We're definitely getting their best game tonight there, folks. Alrighty, folks. Alrighty. So obviously we're going to probably have some moments here.
Hey, what's going on, Kevin?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Yeah, hopefully I don't sound as yesterday when I sent that all in.
I mean, you're still a little choppy, but I think that might just be the field.
Yeah, it's possible. You know, 5G, right?
Yeah, 5G. You gotta love it. Gotta love it. So, hey, Jeremy says hello.
Hey, Jeremy, what's going on?
So we got
yeah, I'm about to fuck it up this time. That's it.
Yeah, just make sure you turn off your phone before you turn off the stream.
Yeah, I'll throw my phone on the field.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking, man. So we're let me turn this down a bit. So how's the Mets game treating you?
The game is about to get started in about 5 minutes.
There you go. So puck hasn't dropped yet here for game 5, and that's always good.
Neither have your balls, but nobody's complaining.
Can't hear you. What?
I said neither has your balls, but nobody's complaining.
I mean, listen, when you can afford a good fucking data plan, we can talk. So let's my man out here sounding like fucking AOL dial-up.
I think there's just too many people here.
Yeah, probably. So, but I appreciate you popping in.
Who's working at Kawasaki? All right, let's go. I like it.
Go enjoy your game. I mean, I think Jeremy Lewis. I think Jeremy Lewis is probably used to your audio because that's probably what it sounds like when he's on the motorcycle. Just a bunch of like static. It might just be the ballpark, honestly.
I think it is. You have 20,000 people in the same spot at one time.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean,
yeah, it looks like the Bruins should close it out, like that.
What's that?
The Bruins should close it out.
Yeah, they should definitely close it out. I think they're looking pretty good. I think Bergeron might be back in the lineup tonight, so that's always looking good. I'm actually curious. Am I staticky for you, or is it just me?
Nope. No, you sound great.
Okay. So yeah. So we've had an interesting 24 hours. One of our videos went viral on TSP. So if you aren't over on TSP and you're watching this from the locker room, down below in the description, it will be linked. We had a video go viral over there, and it was kind of interesting to see most people's common sense reaction, than others kind of not so much. But yeah, so like, share, and subscribe. Absolutely. YouTube.com at talking shit. And Tenacious D with some absolutely toxicity in the chat. I appreciate you. But I think, yeah, I mean, it was pretty interesting with the video that went viral. I thought that would do decent, but I think it's got over 20,000 views at this point. So can't complain about that.
All right.
I can't even hear. You enjoy yourself, but I can't even hear you at this point. So you enjoy yourself. You have a fun time, and yeah, take it easy. That is my electric robotic co-host of the podcast channel. If you haven't already, make sure to check it out. We got a good anthem here. We got a good anthem here. Shouldn't be as bad as the one that was down in Florida. Hopefully he does not end the stream. Let's hope he doesn't do it. Kind of worried. You better not end this You better not end this stream. Last night. Oh, there we go. He left. He managed. He figured it out. So let's go Bruins. Bruins are looking to finish it out. Let me just really quick. Let me show the lineup here. Paste and go. So Patrice Bergeron is back in the lineup. He's going to be centering Tyler Bertuzzi and David Pastrnak, Taylor Hall, Pavel Zacha, Jake DeBrusk, Charlie Coyle, Nick Foligno, and Brad Marchand. And then on the fourth line, Tomas Nosek, centering Hathaway and Lauko. I like Lauko a lot in the regular season, so that is going to be very interesting to see if you can kind of find his game more in the postseason. He played pretty good last game. The defense pairs are going to be Matt Grzelcyk, Charlie McAvoy, Hampus Lindholm, and Brandon Carlo, Dmitry Orlov, and Derek Forbort. I think this Orlov Forbort is a nice combination of offensive talent and defensive prowess. And in net, we are going to have linus ullmark. Some people say Linus, some people say Linus. I'm going to go with Linus because that's what I've heard on the broadcast. And David Krejci is out day to day. But hopefully the Bruins are able to end this in Game 5. They need time to rest some of their guys. But it's good to see good old Bergeron back in the lineup. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Tenacious. Thank you so much. The Panthers are actually doing pretty well considering like they play the Bruins very tough. I will say that they do play the Bruins very tough. But Bruins hopefully will be able to finish this out in 5. And I'm glad to see you finally got to see your lovely Sophia there, Jackie. Thank you again for popping by. You've been a massive supporter throughout these Bruins streams. Always good to see you, my friend. Buck Trop. Florida's going to be coming at it all day. They're going to be really after it here. Marchand out there with Coyle. Foligno on the other wing. It's a different look, but maybe those sides will kind of open up a little bit more space for Brad Marchand. Oh, we got odd man rush here, 2-on-1. Good chuck. Great defensive play there. Great stick. Orlov makes a nice interception there. Charlie coming in. Ooh. Great save there by Bobrovsky. You're a little bit ahead of me, apparently, I guess. They went back with Bob. I'm kind of a little bit surprised because he wasn't amazing last game. Good cut there by Coyle. That was a really good Coyle. Well, it's right underneath his pad. Bruins need to test him early. Hall in here on the Hall gets the puck here, gets it out into the neutral zone. Florida kicks it back in. That was a that was a high flyer one right there. Big pop fly. Face off in the Bruin zone. But Bow punched the freezer door off because I thought I was paying for ESPN and found out I'm not. Well, yeah, I mean, I would be pissed if I was thinking I was paying for something and I wasn't even using the service. I'm 30 seconds behind. I don't know why. Weird. Hold on. Let me restart the app. Maybe that will kind of change it. This is why I wish I had like I might just fucking get cable again. Jesus Christ. A little frustrating, I'm not gonna lie. All right, let's go. I'll go live. I'm at 18:28. Hopefully this is relatively close to you guys. Yeah, getting Bergeron back is big. Krejci back to McAvoy. McAvoy over here in the slot. Just misses. Nosek back to the point. Oh, nobody there. Nobody there. McAvoy up. Oh, almost hit Nosek streaking. Oh, that was Lauko streaking, excuse me. Oh. Oh, Lauko. Oh, no. He should have took it. Should have took that one. Should have took that. He had so much more open space. Oh, that's good. At least it's not as bad as it was before. Good block there by Foligno. Well, that was such a hard pass. He found a way. Carlo was trying to go the back door there. Ooh, Coyle trips up the ref. Is that a 2-minute penalty? Yeah, those Leafs games are going to be pretty damn expensive, I'd assume, huh? That's crazy. That's a lot of money. Lindholm here up on the rush. Pasta going back with the deep cycle. Lindholm loses an edge. Bertuzzi in here on the forecheck. Well, if Marchand does it, yeah. Bobrovsky's really being aggressive with the playing the puck. Bruins looking solid thus far in the beginning here. Lauko, if he just goes a little bit wider on that. Yeah, Bunting this year. Is that guy? I mean, possibly. Good cover there by ullmark. The Ekblad back. That's good for the Panthers. Bergeron is such a huge such a huge get back for the Bruins. He adds that depth that they really do need. And once David Krejci is healthy, it's going to slot in everybody a little bit more appropriately. Big save there. You didn't know where it was at first. Grizzlick. Florida's just going to take those shots at the point. Oh, good reaction save there by Ullmark after playing the puck. Good pass up the Hall. Gudis on that. Nice hit. Got Gudis. Ooh, Bertuzzi could have. Good little play. No sick on the forecheck with Hathaway. Lauko back to the D. Orlov back to Forbort. Back to Forbort. Back to Orlov. Orlov using his. Orlov. Did Florida have possession of that? Oh, maybe they did. I What's going on, Rick? Tampa playing well. Toronto playing well. Bruins going on the power play here. Now, B's got to be a little bit more aggressive on the power play when it comes to shooting. They go for a lot of good, fancy plays, but sometimes a little bit more dangerous. Oh, what's going on, Fajardo? Oh.
What's
going on, bro?
Nothing much. Just came by to say what's up.
Yeah, that's good, man. So,
chilling, watching Boston on this power play.
Yep. Marchand back low. Try to hit Bergeron there. What time are you on the game?
13:57.
Yeah, you're ahead of me, man.
Don't worry. I'm not saying anything. You know me.
I can still hear your shit.
All right. I'll lower it. I'll lower it. Make sure there's no, go! None of that. You know what I mean?
It's weird how you're ahead of me. I mean, it's probably because I'm.
Because you have remember, we figured it out last time. Because you have that internet buffer thing or whatever.
Yeah, it's just kind of annoying.
But I mean, outside of I'm just I'm really watching this and the Knicks basketball. Knicks have a chance to close out the Cavaliers in the first round in Game 5. So
nice.
Pretty.
How you feeling?
Pretty good about them, honestly. They look
That's
good.
Because I know your heels were bothering you.
Yeah. You know, it's.
Oh, Foligno. Almost had one.
It's like there, but there's no real pain. But it's almost like, you know, when you have like you bruise your hand on something, and you use your hand so often, like it doesn't matter what you do, it's gonna be there for a while. I feel like it's almost something like that.
Well, that's good. I mean, it's at least you're starting to feel back to normal. Rick Allen with some animosity there, and David Banner, the Maple Leafs fan as well. Maple Leafs had a massive comeback, down 4-1. Ended up winning that game 5-4. That was an all-time collapse by Tampa Bay. And,
yeah,
you got to like what you're seeing, though, if you are a Maple Leaf fan. Coyle coming in here strong. Bruins couldn't get much sustained pressure there on that power play. Really had a trouble getting and breaking it in clean.
I mean, if I was a Panthers fan, oh wow, I'd be very happy with the way the team is responding now early to the game, especially after Boston bombarded the goalie at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And then talking about the goalie, I get it. Bobrovsky is a two-time Vezina winner and all this, or whatever. Your highest paid goalie probably should be doing something, but let's be honest, man. I think I would have kept Lions in for the experience and for the longevity of the playoffs. To be honest,
I think Lyon has been the better goalie in this series thus far.
that's why. Yeah.
So,
I think
I mean,
I would have played him for this entire series and then made a different decision if anything or whatever. But
I just it to me, I feel like it's reaching a bit on the Panthers side of things. Like they're trying to justify that $10 million contract. It seems like because he got a short leash, and I think with the game to Lyon, while his glove side was a little bit weak, he gave them the best chance to win. You know, in my opinion, I think that's Bobrovsky lit in 6 last game. So, I mean, or 5 last game, actually 5 because one was an empty netter. But I mean, you know, each their own. It's if he thinks that Bobrovsky gives them the best chance to win, I mean, it's up to him to make that decision. You know, so. But it's going to be interesting to see if the Bruins can win this game. What's in store for the Florida Panthers in the future? You know what I mean? Because they're tied to Bobrovsky for quite a bit, like a couple more seasons actually at 10 mil, and you're not going to be able to deal that contract unless you retain half and then give up some assets. So it's not a great position to be in if I'm being real. You can't.
I mean, who would want him either? After the performance, after his recent performances, it hasn't been worth the price. It's been mediocre at best. So
yeah, I mean the problem you come in with Bobrovsky is that you're gonna have to justify, that 10 million.
Yeah.
So and I don't know many people are gonna spend that much on a goalie that's on the older side, on the wrong side of 30. Actually, shit, the goalie that's in his 20s, you rarely spend that much. So Bergeron taking the face off here. Bergeron's back to lineup. Like I said, that's big. Getting him back is huge for the Bruins. It adds that center depth.
What's your time frame?
And I'm at, hold on, 12:01.
I have it backed up a little bit, so I'm just like 7 or 8 seconds ahead of you.
Okay. Yeah, nobody wants to retain $5 million that long. I would agree with that. I'd agree with that. Nobody's going to want to retain that much money long term. Oh, Panthers get a good goal there.
Yeah.
Good
ullmark.
pressure. Ullmark got completely out of the goal, and then Duclair kind of whacks that out of the air. Florida strikes first.
Good pressure. Good pressure.
That was a weird one.
Yeah, McAvoy just he kind of went behind the net, expecting the behind the board play, and it kind of squeaked out to the front.
That was good hand-eye by Duclair, man. Just whacking that out of the air.
Yeah. Smart play by who was it? Verhagen that went behind.
Verhagen,
yeah. Good, smart play by him. And patience. Holding onto the puck and then trying to bank it off, but putting it in a place where one of his teammates could get to it as well.
Yeah, I think you're safe for just going around the net.
Mm-hmm.
So Florida starts out strong here, starting out 1-0. They are not going to go out quietly. And yeah, Bobrovsky is 34, making $10 million a year. Yeah, I mean they put themselves in a weird situation with their goaltending situation.
A lot of teams have. You and I have spoken a lot about this in a lot of our shows, where a lot of teams have been doing that over the past 3-4 years, and it's a weird time in the NHL where the transition phase from the older class to the newer class. It's there, but I guess like people are securing some of the older guys just before they get out of their prime kind of thing, and it doesn't make sense. But yeah, a lot of teams have that. There's a few teams that who did we cover? Someone else had we know that Toronto has some players like that. Feel
Yeah.
like they're out of that prime. Obviously
Oh, like
Chicago.
Tavares and stuff.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. Like he's not worth that price anymore. Look at Chicago and how they had to handle the end side of their two biggest stars getting out of that price range. But when you pay that much for a guy who's not in his prime, you lock yourself in and you lose the ability to build teams. It
Yeah.
makes it very difficult.
Yeah, no, it is. Well, I think goaltenders, that's the worst position to ever lock up 10 million in.
I mean, 10 million for a goalie is ridiculous.
Well, Letang and Malkin too. Letang and Malkin make quite a bit of money on the Penguins.
What's up, Shaggy? Yep. And I mean with Letang has that heart issue thing or whatever. That I mean he's good right now, but I'm pretty sure during the off season you're really gonna have to sit down and evaluate what he can do, or what the longevity of his career is gonna look like. He still has a few seasons left, so.
Yeah, I mean he's had those issues throughout his career. I feel bad for him, but you got to really look at the long term things in your health, and it's just unfortunate. Yep, good high lobs there.
I mean, for the Bruins, this is another one. It's probably going to take them about another, it's going to take them the entirety of this period just to get used to the guys coming back into the lineup kind of thing.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Florida is taking full advantage of their disarray at the moment, so that's what they got to do.
I think the problem is just they have a weird line. So it's Bergeron, Bertuzzi, and Pasta. Which was a little bit of an interesting choice in my opinion, but
I think they don't want Bergie to really go towards the boards. They want that pressure off of him, and it's probably why they have Bertuzzi on there to kind of go on the boards to kind of protect him a little bit.
Good defensive play there by Carlo there. Offensive zone here. Lauko here on the forward check. No stick down below.
I see you switch to your phone, huh?
Yeah, just
bro, I told you I'm not gonna blow anything up. I'm gonna just be back and forth between this and the next game.
It's all good. And Lauko had a great chance there, but just couldn't connect. Lauko could have had a goal earlier if he took that shot. Was a little bit more aggressive. Fourth line's looking pretty good for the Bees right now. Oh, man. Hall out here on the forward check. Zaka. Oh, there we go. Zaka Coyle line going to be going out here. They decided to keep that boys club around and validated how mid they've been since 2017, how mid they'll be going forward. Penguins will be cap strapped for like 6 more years. Yeah, I mean the Penguins they're in a situation where they're not terrible, but they're not great. And they would need a few more additions to be a contender.
And they haven't really drafted well either. No. That's the other problem, right? It's like you lock up all these guys on the tail end of their prime career, and then you end up. I don't know if they just neglect properly scouting, for guys or whatever, or maybe just getting the guys that bust.
Yeah.
Which in terms, at that point, that means that they're due, and they'll probably get like a superstar coming up. You know what I mean? So.
I think the problem is that I don't really believe in their goaltending with Tristan Jarry or Casey DeSmith. I think they're both they're not good enough to carry a team. Maybe like Jarry might be good enough to be on a built like a super team and win a cup. I don't know if he's good enough to bring them the distance. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be the interesting part for me when it comes to that team. What they're going to do.
The Stanley Cup playoffs continue on ESPN. Anything is possible. Could the freak flag fly? Could a city...
Like zoinks, man.
Mm.
Shaggy. Jacob Lauko going to be Jacob Legend in about 4 years. I like Lauko's game. There's a lot of good aspects of his game that you got. I think going forward as a B fan, like he has some potential top 6 upside. So you got to be kind of excited.
Allen. Rick Allen out here. Just tell us how you feel.
Yeah, no, he's a Toronto Maple Leaf troll. I know him. Me and Evil know him from March channel. So he's just being a troll.
Damn.
So Coyle here on the dot. Win this right back to Hall. Good shot from McAvoy. Like that's the thing. Bruins gotta test Bobrovsky. Looks like they're switching up the lines a little bit. Foligno's out here with Hall. I've been high on Lauko since the first time I saw him in training camp back in 19. Yeah, there's some games I've liked it, but I've gone to see Providence Bruins games. He does kind of pop at times. For me, it's always been a consistency thing with Lauko. At least I'm watching him in the minors. There'd be some games where he played terrific, and then some games you just didn't see him out there. But I think he's got a good. I think he's got a good ceiling. I could see him as a legitimate top 6 guy if he keeps developing along this line. Nice passing for the Bruins there. Just kind of. Oh, not too much there by Orlov. Gotta get that deep, bud. He almost an ugly turnover there. So how are you feeling about your Rangers there, Gerardo?
Good. Shit happens.
You think you guys still got a chance, or?
Yeah.
As long as you're not doomsday like a lot of Ranger fans I'm seeing now. Like I think that it's not a 2-2-3, It ain't over until one team gets 4 wins.
Yeah.
We've seen teams come down from 3-1. We've seen teams have massive comebacks.
I mean, if the fans give up now, right, then you're not really
Good
fans.
drive by the backhand there by Zaka.
And you can be a pessimist to whatever degree you feel like you need to be or whatever, and say, oh, but this, and listen, right? We all know. Well, whoever has children knows this one lesson. If you surround your child with negativity, they're going to be a negative person. You may correct their mistakes, right? And if you have a positive attitude, they'll take it with positivity and grow from it, not just regress from it. So I feel like a lot of times we, as fans, forget that the people that play on those teams, they're human too, and sometimes it doesn't go well for them. But that's what the fan is supposed to do. It's supposed to support them and make them feel like, hey, it's possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. I think, just patience.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a second. Florida wins that draw. No icing, huh?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it looks like Bergeron, Marchand, and Pasta are back out on the same line together.
Good hit.
Oh, that was going right through. Pasta has a stick now. That might be a goal.
Yeah, good defensive play by the D-man there. Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah. I feel bad. That's Hathaway, too. Hathaway already got cross-checked the other night.
Yeah, some
Like,
cheap stuff.
Jesus.
Fourth line back out here again. Good forecheck there on Gudis. Hathaway returns the favor. Good play by Foligno there. Good. That should be out the neutral zone. He just purposely sat on it.
I mean, to Barkov's credit, I feel like Hathaway was already off balance falling.
Yeah.
You know, so if he hit him after he had gotten rid of the puck or whatever, I would have been like, all right, cool. You know what? This dude needed to get a penalty, but it was pretty clean. I just looked at it again, and it was just unfortunate time. By the way, the Knicks are winning by 7 after the first.
Let's see. Just tuning in. Sorry about that. I just saw the chat. It was a weird goal. Verhage was going around. Ullmark got a stick on it. And then it popped up in the air in the slot, and then Duclair just swatted it down and got it pretty much like an empty net goal. Shaggy, that's fair to say about a lot of guys Browns over the years, though. They're more of a defensive first team from what I know. I don't super follow them, though, so I could be talking out my ass. No, they are more of a defensive team in Providence. They played it really good this year, though. This year they're one of the better teams in the AHL. So, yeah, they're really, really good. A lot of the goaltending down there was phenomenal as well. We ended up having to move Kincaid because of so much depth. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right. It was a bad turnover by Bertuzzi. He threw it in front of the net. McAvoy was going behind. Yep, you're correct there, Shaggy. You're correct there. Big belly bark. Bruins are more talented. I mean, Florida's got some talent on this roster, I'll have to say. They've impressed me with how much fight and battle they got. It's definitely, they're not going out quietly. And I appreciate you popping in, Ron. Good to see you back again. Thank you so much. Bruins definitely have a lot of talent. They are a fun team to watch. But they gotta get it all together here. You know? Carlo over here.
In for Barrett. Barrett just picked up his second foul. And that was a foolish foul. They had the guy double team. No reason to foul.
Pasta coming in here. Nice shot by Pasta. That's what I want to see. I want to see some shots from the slot. Test Bobrovsky. That's what you got to do. You got to keep him tested. You got to keep him on his toes. Bobrovsky is an up and down goalie. That's how I feel at times too. I'm glad he just took a shot. Good wrap of him. Oh, good try there by Bergeron. Bruins do a line change here. Taylor Hall, Pavel Zacha. Ooh, that was... And Jake debrusk.
It was just a weird position his leg was in.
Yeah.
Florida, a goal by Duclair. The team that has scored first has won every game in this series.
Bruss fighting it for in the corner.
Trying to find somewhere to go with the puck, handed it over to Florida. Florida was the only team in these playoffs of the 16 that did not have a first period goal. Florida fell down. Bennett has
Nice patience by Forbort there.
Ullmark is down and out and still made this.
You guys got to get it out. Oh, he lost an edge.
And now here's a race with debrusk and Mahura.
Oh,
What a stop by Ullmark.
Good save.
He was having a hard
a really good save. DeBrus coming here with some speed.
Good back check.
Real good back check. Good, great forecheck there by Bertuzzi.
Game starting to open up a little bit here.
Good keep in there by the point. Foligno staying here on the forecheck. Bruins got a little bit of a good flurry there. Charlie McAvoy here working it. Nosek helping out down low. Good breakout by Nosek. Good hit by Carlo. Good flip in the zone. Good poke check there by Carlo, keeping it low. Nosek coming in here using some body. Good play by Bergeron. Not much of a dangerous zone. The one thing with Pasta I'd like to see him is just start driving to the net on those type of plays. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because like he could kind of shoot low. And the Bruins are really lucky fucking that did not go in on that when Ullmark was scrambling. Off his head. Big save. Big save there. And hopefully nothing was sacrificed. Hopefully nothing was sacrificed.
I don't know about all that.
It is interesting that they kind of reconnected the Bergeron, Pastrnak, and Marchand line. I think they're just trying to go with their top gun line and get something going quick. They haven't really played together all season. Well, in stretches they have. That's a lie. In stretches they have. Good forecheck. Good keep in there by the Bees. JL says, say it what now? Oilers won last night. We are dominant and we'll smoke the rest of the teams. Please win, Panthers. Jesus.
Well,
Oilers had a good game. They definitely had a good game. Corpusalo didn't look great. Even though, you know, to be fair, Corpusalo got cooked on some of those because of terrible defense. And, yep, absolutely. Smash that. Thumbs up, share, and subscribe. The Oilers, you know, they played a really good game. I liked what I saw from them. I was a little bit surprised they didn't go back with Campbell just because Skinner has been so bad throughout the series. But, I mean, Skinner made enough saves to win. Now, Skinner didn't have a great game. In my opinion, it was still a sub-900 save percentage. You need more from your goaltender. it's just kind of absolutely imperative that Skinner gets things together because in the next round they're going to be playing. If they get to the next round, it's not going to get any easier for Skinner. So the only thing I really question with the Oilers is now their goaltending. Can Skinner rise to the occasion? Always hated the term perfection line because it's not an expectation anyone can meet. No, I'm how dominant the chemistry is. Yeah, I thought it was just a corny. I thought it was a very corny line name, to be honest with you. That's why I didn't like it. It's just corny. Big call by Big Belly. Pasta has the next goal. Oh, good keep in by Orlov. Great drive by Coyle. Great poke check by Borowski there.
Yeah, he definitely did his thing right there. I mean, I don't think that's $10 million worth, but it is what it is.
That was a really good poke check. Bruins definitely seeing a little bit more of their game kind of settling down. That's what you got to do. Get some point shots. And we're going to end this period with Florida taking the 1-0 lead.
Mm-hmm.
So 9 shots for the Bruins, 8 for the Panthers. Panthers out hit the Boston Bruins 22-11. Boston was 0-1 on the power play. I liked a lot more what I saw from the Bruins later in the first period. It seemed like they started out a little bit cold. At one point, I think the shots were 7-1 or 7-2 Panthers. So the Bruins were a little bit more dominant towards the latter path of that first period. So hopefully they can continue that. But hey, Florida's playing a very good game. They're opportunistic of that situation. That was a weird goal, bad turnover by the Bruins. So they got to clean that up in that game. And JL with his haters. Well, hold on. I got copyrighted last time when I let that play. Let me not do that. Let's not do that. Let's not get copyright striked. Please.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, good period. I mean, any takeaways from you for Fajardo? I think, I just think the Bruins picked it up towards the later part of that game.
No, I kind of said it during the period. You got to remember these lines haven't been together for the past couple of weeks due to the injuries and everything else and adjustments they had to make to start the playoffs. So with that being said, I think the reason they started picking it up is kind of like what I said before, is they're starting to find the gel again, kind of figuring it out, and they'll be fine. But I also like the way that Florida is taking advantage of that part of the Boston trying to really find their game, and Florida just pressuring them, and just bringing the same thing they've brought this whole time, which is all the grit and all the fight. That's what makes these playoffs so good, is like no one's folded and just said, all right, they're gonna have it. They're fighting. Florida knows that they have a tall task against them. They have the best team in the NHL throughout the regular season in front of them, and it's gonna be tough to try to do anything. They're obviously down 3-1, so in order for them to do anything at all, they have to keep fighting and pick their moments. And they have been lucky. They actually picked a good moment to score. They're ahead 1-0. And now they have to be prepared for the onslaught that's going to try and come at them next. And be able to try to guard that off, to try to turn the little small opportunities into offense and get their own goals. So,
yeah, I think when it kind of comes to Boston, they got to really be a little bit more aggressive with shooting the puck from the point, getting the dirty goals, because that generally that is what scores, right? A lot of these teams will be voracious on defense and take away time and space so you don't get those easy goals. Now, Locko if he cuts to his forehand a bit more and then kind of gets Bobrovsky moving from his left to his right, and then he feeds it back over to I think it was Nosek or it was halfway. Then that's most likely a goal. But Lauko, he's a rookie. I think he's just a little bit of nerves there. Sometimes, when you have too much time to think about a fucking play, you just rushed it a bit. So if he was a little bit more patient, that would have been probably a goal there. But let's see, JL. If the Bruins lose, Oilers have a chance of dominantly winning this cup. I disagree.
I definitely do not agree with that.
No.
Unfortunately for Edmonton, I mean, we talked about it going into the playoffs. Their biggest weakness, even into the trade deadline, their biggest weakness has been defense. Whether they'd be able to hold a lot of guys off with the addition of what was it, Ekholm, right?
Ekholm from Nashville. Yep.
Right. With the addition of Ekholm, yes, it's been a step up, and you can see the veteran leadership that he brings and how he's helped poise. I remembered during one of those games as they got late into the game, he took over like the conversation on the ice during a timeout where he had Draisaitl and McDavid looking at him and listening to what he was saying on how to set up and everything. So when you have someone that brings that type of mentality, that strong defensive mentality, you wanna listen. And for them, I think that it definitely increased, but I do think that that's still their weakest part of their game. Offense, I mean, when they find it, they're just ridiculous.
Listen, nobody's going to question. When they get clicked, they have the best offense in the league by far because you have two of the most dynamic players. And no, we're not hating, Joe. We're just, when you make a statement like that, like it's not an easy run. Because, like, quite frankly, I just made a very positive video about the Oilers. This is the thing. Stuart Skinner, in 5 games, 2 wins, 2 losses, has an .884 save percentage and a 3.31 goals against average. That's not good enough. You know what I mean? I think that's where it's going to come down to me with the Oilers is the defense and the goaltending. Looking at his last 5, right? He had an .893 last night. He got the win. 727, then a .903 and a .917. Those are good, but then an .886. Like, can Stuart Skinner be reliable enough for you get to win? Because the only reason he's not 2-3 is Campbell came in on the April 23rd game and helped win them that game. You know what I mean? So I got to see more from Skinner. That's all.
Also on that same tip, I think that Edmonton's ease or not so easy road is going to literally depend on who their next opponents are, right? Because all the series kind of in the West are kind of like back and forth. Everybody's scrappy with it. It's really going to come down to who they play next.
Yeah,
who would they play next?
Who would they play next? Let me actually just go right to the bracket. Playoffs. Okay. So, if Edmonton beats LA, they would be playing Winnipeg or Vegas, and that'd probably be Vegas, right? So that would be an interesting little battle there. Do you think, right, just putting it out there, if Vegas faced the Oilers, right, I don't know if that's a great match. I don't think that's a great matchup for the Kings, right, on this aspect. I'm not as sure on the Kings. I'm not as sure on the Kings' fucking goaltending situation with Brossoit. I'm not. Quick's no longer that guy, in my opinion. By the way, thank you for the nice comment there, Big Belly Bark. But yeah, I mean, AJ, if the Bruins lose, it is what it is. But there's still a lot of talent out west. This is not going to be an easy win for anybody in either conference. You know what I mean? That's where it's kind of coming into, right? You got Seattle, the Avalanche, and they've just been in a surprising series, right? 2-2.
Surprising to most of y'all.
I mean, Dallas and Minnesota, 3-2 Dallas.
That was going to be a beast. Yep.
That could go 7. Like Dallas, Dallas, Minnesota. There's some quality teams here out in the Western Conference. Now, I do think round 2 for the Oilers will be a little bit in their favor because I'm not as big on some of the Vegas as Vegas as a whole, if I'm being honest with you. But I mean, still, that will be a decent matchup. I mean, and as for Boston, let's say they beat Florida, it's not over. Let's say Toronto beats the Lightning. That series isn't over yet. No teams won 4 games yet.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be an interesting matchup, but I think that a little bit more favorable for the Bruins and tiny bit less physical. Why I think Florida has been so effective against the Bruins is their size and their length. Will Tampa have the same? And for the next over here, Carolina, are they going to beat the Islanders? I mean, there's a possible chance that Carolina goes the next round. And then the Rangers and the Devils. Those are 2 quality teams as well. I think whoever comes out of the Eastern Conference is going to be a lot of good hockey, in my opinion. So I think we're going to have a lot of continuing good series. And whoever comes out of the East or the West, let's say it's the Oilers versus whoever, it's going to be a good Stanley Cup final, at least in my opinion, because I do think the talent's there. The facts that the Jets made the playoff is a joke. Well, the last wild card spot in the West was pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to even disagree with you. So, yeah, there's not much I'm going to argue with you on that because it wasn't great.
So with the Oilers, if they get Vegas, which is most likely if they win the series, right? I think that they will have the edge over Vegas. I think that will probably be 5 games.
Yep.
That one, just because Vegas is good, but I don't think they handle speed too well. Now, if it was LA that comes out of this series and beats Edmonton, I think that Vegas wins. Because LA is good at shutting it down, but Vegas has a very similar style of play to a certain degree, but they also incorporate more speed than LA. So I think Vegas would edge them out in 6. Yeah, and then you go further to the top where it's Colorado versus Seattle. Man, again, Colorado's definitely not the team it was last year. It's still finding their legs as they've gotten into the playoffs here. But don't sleep on Seattle. Seattle's built a very good team that will push the whole time. And they have some skill.
Yeah, and Grubauer's played phenomenal. To be fair to Seattle, Grubauer has played phenomenal.
Right.
And they've really kind of he's definitely come into his own, and he looks like Avalanche Grubauer, right? When he was like really good over there in the Vezina conversation. Rick Allen, by the way, Bergeron's back this game. Bergeron and Krejci's still out. But
sorry to cut you off, but Shamir, WC1 and WC2 is wild card 1 and wild card 2.
Yeah, so the first wild card slot and the second wild card, whoever's got the better record out of those 2 teams is in the 1 spot. Yeah. And the worst one. So essentially, the wild card 2 is the worst record out of the wild card teams.
Yeah, which the Jets are the worst of the 2. My question is, will McCann be okay after that hit that he got from Makar? Will he be ready? Because he is a big part of what Seattle brings to the ice and what they do. Yeah, Colorado loses Makar for a game, but let's be honest, they have a very good defensive squad, even without Makar. Having Makar there is obviously one of those things that anybody would like. Right. But if he's not there, you don't lose sleep over it.
Yeah, I mean, I think when it comes to Colorado, they got some good pieces here. Cat friendly, kind of like the NHL is good. Don't get me wrong, but let me put it on cat friendly. It's a little bit more visually friendly. But yeah, I mean, I think the playoffs are going to be a good. Yeah, I mean, like let's be honest, the Kings. A lot of people thought the Kings were going to lose in 5, or like get swept, right? Yep. That's why I just in playoff hockey, the gap in skill, while in the regular season might be a different story, you play a different game in the playoffs. Now,
he's out.
Yeah, Taves, Gerard, Byram, Mason, Hunt, Eric Johnson. Johnson's a quality D-man in his own right, like on a bottom pairing guy. So Hunt's coming into the lineup. That's unfortunate, though.
For Seattle, yeah. Unfortunately, McCann will not be
Yeah,
ready.
Makar suspended. How much did he get suspended for?
1 game.
1 game? Okay, so I mean
I
that's
mean,
not
he's always been a pretty clean player. I don't think it was necessarily
intentional.
intentional. I think it was like he didn't hear the whistle. He thought the puck was there. He didn't realize it went over, and it was just a bad situation for him. And for McCann, I feel bad for Seattle. Like I said, McCann has been one of those big time players for them, leaders for them, and to not have him be able to play. I mean, he didn't really do much in these playoffs, but still having his presence on the ice affects how the game goes.
So, and I'm actually going to answer a couple of different comments. So,
Yep.
No, we don't want to encourage that. Club pressure needs Jesus, dude. Panthers are up, but the Bruins. It was a weird play, but the Bruins were the more dominant team. 10 minutes, like the second half of that first period, they were all over the Panthers at points. I think they played a lot better, a lot cleaner. What are you cool with how much these guys get paid? Do you think 100.8 million is a bit much? That's what McKinnon's getting paid. How do I put this? I think that's the market value. I think that's the market value for them. Like McKinnon is a phenomenally talented player. I would have to say though, right? They can take that money, but it's going to make it far difficult to build a winner. That's the problem with taking that amount of money. You got to realize, like, are you in it to win it, or are you in it to get some money? And I'm not going to, look down on anyone if they want to get generational type wealth. But yeah, I mean, I think there's limits to it, in my opinion. So, but that's not really on the. That's I don't like blaming players for that, because if I'm offered that amount of money, dude, I'm probably taking it. I'm taking that. If I'm offered to, like, I don't know about you, Fajardo. If I'm offered, like, oh yeah, you sign this deal for like 100 million, like,
offer me a burger and I'm good. I'm ready to go.
it's
that's
hard.
the fat boy of me.
I mean, I have a great I have a great amount of respect for guys that have taken pay cuts, like Bergeron, Marchand, just guys that like definitely took below their market value for a while because they wanted to keep the team successful. But it's definitely not owed to any of these teams. Yeah, no, I know McKinnon won, right? But let's be also very clear here. His cap hit was cheap when they won. Like, if you look at his cap hit this season, he's going to be getting a bump. I'll even show it, actually. It's getting bumped. Yeah, okay. Because after this season, right, he's going to be going from, what is it, right, 6.3? It's going from 6.3 to 12.6 million. So that's 12.6. So he's doubling his cap hit next season. That, you know what I mean? Like that like, for me, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, he's won a cup. He's one of those guys that he got underpaid for the beginning half of his career, in my opinion, a bit. But then, he cashed in on the later part. Now he's making 12.6 until 2030, 31. This guy's going to be good. You know what I mean? He'll be good for a very long time. Now, it's going to be interesting to see if the cap keeps going up and all the particulars that goes into that. But, I mean, that's, it's going to be difficult. Like, the Avalanche are going to have to draft well and find effective young players to play on the fourth line and third line, which they can do. They can do. There's not, it's not like it's never been done before. And, yeah, they were running Bergeron and Marchand on different lines, which I didn't understand at first. It's just kind of weird.
Probably just to throw people off and get, also allow the guy Bergeron to get his feet wet.
Yeah. No, just but yeah, that's want to do a good little intermission show actually there. But I think if I'm the Bruins, if I'm an NHL team owner, you gotta find balance as a GM. You gotta have a GM that can find balance. Like, you can pay for the top end talent. Definitely get your higher end players if possible, but you're going to have to draft well and find quality depth players for reasonable prices. Where teams run into issues, right? Like the Rangers is one I'll actually mention a little bit. is when you kind of slightly overpay, not even massive overpay, just a slight overpay on certain players. It can affect how you can construct the roster going forward. You know what I mean? So in the Bruins, I mean, for example, Bruins are kind of like that in some regard, just due to like it's going to be interesting to see how they build the roster once Bergeron and Krejci retire.
Mm-hmm.
So got the second period coming up here with the Bruins. Let's see if they can kind of build here on the momentum. Got Coyle, Hathaway, and Hall out here to start the game. Win the draw. Coyle's been a monster on the dot. Hathaway coming in here, getting it low for a cycle. Right here to Hall. Hall going to be shooting it on net on Coyle. Hathaway hustling. I like this. I like that effort I'm seeing from Hathaway here. Coyle using his size and strength. Well, good gather here. Good keep in there by Orlov here. Hathaway on behind the boards. Coyle using his strength right here. Good one-handed. Keeping it fended off. Falling down. Still keeps puck possession on his knees. That's a pen. Bruins going on the power play. Was that a cross check? Is that why they called that?
Sorry, I was just getting some information. Julius Randle went down with an injury.
Oh, holding.
So I was just taking a look at what happened.
No worries. Oh, it was holding. Okay. Oh, he just grabbed his arm. I didn't see that in real time. Okay, good call. Bruins got to be a little bit more aggressive on this power play when it just comes to getting pucks on net. You know, it doesn't have to be pretty, doesn't have to be perfect. Just enter the zone and oh, Bergeron off the bar. Bergeron off the bar now.
Mm-hmm.
Possession game is exactly why Coyle is absolutely worth his cap. Like, listen, if Coyle played like playoff Coyle every fucking season,
Then
during the
he'd be
regular
worth
season,
that cap hit.
yeah, exactly. All day. Coyle would be a first-line center if he played like this all year. And I'm not saying he played bad. He didn't play bad this year, but he's been a monster this postseason. Florida ends up clearing that. Let's see if Boston can kind of get something going here. Charlie McAvoy wheeling it. Oh, he couldn't settle it on his backhand. But back, Pasta, Bergeron back to Pasta. Little shot there. I'm fine with that. Little wrist shot. You never know. A rebound could come out. That was a fantastic pass.
Also deflection. Bertuzzi was crossing the middle there when he took the shot.
That's a good little pass there, right to McAvoy. Just couldn't settle it. Playoff Quill. That's a big that's a big statement, my man. He's looking really well though. Looking really good. Most underrated, overpaid. That actually should be a segment we do. Who's the most underrated, underpaid guy, overpaid guy? That'd be kind of funny. Oh, Pasta with the laser there. Good block. Bruins have 55 seconds here. Let's see if they can get something going. Coming in with speed. Good keep. Goal! Let's go! Let's go. Great effort by Brad Marchand. Let's go.
It's good to see when players don't give up right after the initial shot, right? Because there's been plenty of goals throughout the playoffs, in a bunch of these series where the puck has found its way through the goalie, and someone's had to poke it in from the other side.
Because Marchand's a vet. A lot of these younger guys stop. It drives me crazy. Dude, it's actually a youth hockey problem, too. They'll fucking stare at their shot. It drives me up the wall. It's like, you do not stop until the whistle is done.
Yeah.
That was a weak one by Bobrovsky, though. Let's be fair. Weak goal. Like,
well, I mean, to a certain degree, it's semi his fault and semi not his fault. His fault because he didn't completely secure, but at the same time, not his fault because you expect your D-men to be able to help out there a little bit more, not let the other guys jump in on you, because that's like letting them come in and hit the goalie after the whistle kind of thing. Like, they're right there at that moment.
yeah. Thank you so much again, Shaggy, for the super chat there.
Appreciate you, Shags.
You know, you always have a lot of support to the channel. You have a lot of love for you over here. Oh, 2-on-1 here. Appreciate you as always. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I'm in Georgia. Why are you such a Bruins? I think you took me seriously when I was fooling around the other. You're probably just trolling me back for saying that.
When did you say you were from Georgia?
I said I was from Georgia.
Oh, my.
Like, I was just playing around.
Oh, my.
Bruins got some offensive pressure going here.
My man's anchored up northeast.
I'm going to keep showing a little bit of love there to my boy Shaggy.
Yes, sir.
We got a good cycle game going here right now down below.
Well, it looks like Boston's found their stride. Like I said, it was just going to take a little bit, maybe a period or so, for them to really find their chemistry.
The Bucks with the diving effort there. That was a good try. Great play. Boston's got a good surge going here. They got to keep after it. Oh, good try. No secure on the back check. Good back check here. Lindholm, good aggressiveness at the line. Taking away time and space. Good save by ullmark. Is that your phone getting text messages? I thought that was mine.
I guess so, yeah.
I'm sorry. I was like, what the hell? I was like, my phone's. I don't. Let's see. It's any less of a goal though.
I get messages with some of the updates going on.
Like so, Shaggy. What I'm talking about, and this is just kind of this is admittedly the coach in me, is you'll see players take shots and they'll just stare at it instead of like following up their shot on a rebound. It's just kind of laziness. They glide past the goalie instead of stopping in front. It's a fundamental thing with hockey. Mm-hmm. You'll see a lot of that. You lost your bet. Hopefully you didn't bet too much there, Big Belly Bark. But hey, maybe Pasta gets the next one here.
I hope that wasn't one of those parlays. Oh man.
Oh, no worries. It's just, sometimes Carlo with the big old clap bomb. Yeah, no, I'll just kind of a little bit of that inner coaching me where it's like some guys will just be late. It's like kind of, I don't know if you watch football when someone doesn't finish a play in football, right? Like they'll just kind of,
It's like in basketball. You take a shot, you follow your shot just to make sure if there's a rebound, you get it, and you can get another shot off.
Exactly.
Same thing.
Big block by Orloff there. Marchand with a one-handed play. Go. He's got the inside edge here. Oh, good shot by Zaka. I would have probably liked a soft rebound off the right pad of Bobrovsky there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Bruins are looking a little bit more awake here.
He made a save, Bobrovsky, on that play.
Yeah. I love seeing the Brontosaurus Carlo jumping up in the rush. That's
Damn.
good. I'm going to use that. Oh, that's great. No, I appreciate it, Jeremy. I just don't like to get super overly over the top with the technical stuff. But yeah, no, it's just kind of like a basic fundamental stuff with hockey players that you kind of got to finish up the play. Oh, wrong net there, bud. Coyle coming in here, using his strength. Coyle's forecheck is just voracious, like just throwing him down like a small child.
Mm-hmm.
Rick Allen with a continual hater. Good, good play here by the Bruins. Doing a good kill here. I mean, let's see here. Good play by Lindholm.
I feel like
Oh man, rush.
I feel like Florida seems to be a little intimidated.
McAvoy didn't get all of it there. Great play there by Lauco. I just want Poster to shoot that there, man. Shoot a low rebound shot. Not everything has to be a snipe. Not everything has to be perfect. You know what I mean? It's just, that's the only thing I can really knock from Pastrnak at times. I feel like he gets a little bit too fancy instead of just taking the basic play. You know?
Yeah. I mean, from the looks of it, Florida seems to be on their heels big time. Obviously, Boston has found a groove, and Florida is being less aggressive, which to me, they're being less aggressive physically, but they're being aggressive in positionally, which it's causing them to get caught out of place and having all these odd man rushes against them. They need to stick to what they were doing before and do, physical forechecking.
Yeah.
Like really go after it that way. But right now, they're on their heels. There's gonna be another goal by Boston quickly if they don't change that up a little bit.
Yeah, I think Pasta just needs to stop forcing bad passes and just, take the available shot when it's there, especially against any postseason goal. Just throw it on net. You never know what goes in. Thank you so much for coming back. I'm glad to see you.
Yes.
Always good to see the old people back that have been coming to continue to support the stream. You guys have been absolutely phenomenal. McAvoy carrying the puck here. Bertuzzi gets it. Oh, little soft dump there by Florida. Smart play. Forecheck here. A speedy forecheck here by Verhaeghe. Got some speed here. Duclair. Florida was buzzing there for a bit. 3-on-2. Oh, great block there. Great block there by Florida.
Good position.
Florida's weathering the storm well here. So Shaggy, I just said, funny that the Panthers in their interviews keep saying we're comfortable continuing to play the game we've been playing, so we're going to stick to it, and they're down 3-1 in the series. I would actually have to argue, though, they're not completely wrong because they've been playing the Bruins well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even in those games that got a little bit out of hand towards like second, third period, Florida's played the Bruins difficult. I think this matchup for the Bees was probably not the most advantageous one for the first round. I think this team has a lot of size and length and really good speed from some of these wingers. Actually, let me go here. I've actually been kind of curious on something. I want to check my hypothesis if it actually does
I know exactly
pan
what
out to
you're
being
checking.
somewhat true here.
Let me
Actually,
check
it does. So I'm actually going to switch tabs here for a second. Hey, Derek, it should be down below in the description. If not, in my last video, the Oilers one, there is a Discord down below. I got to link one to my channel itself. So, yeah, there's a Discord.
You want me to
Oh, I'm
put
on
that in the
YouTube.
chat?
I'm on YouTube. He's on Facebook. So on Facebook, just go look up YouTube at TheLockerRoomYT, and you'll find my Discord.
I'm just gonna put a Discord link on the chat.
I appreciate
right
that.
now.
But yeah, no, it's down. It's down. They are down 3-1, but it's just the way they're playing. They're difficult to play against. I mean, if you look at Florida here, look at the forwards: Barkov 6-1, Verhaeghe 6-1, Bennett 6-1, Tkachuk 6-2, Listerainen 6-3, Lundell 6-1, Reinhardt 6-1, like Staal 6-4. Like all these guys are big and long, so it just kind of comes down to spacing and taking away, like I said, taking away time and space. That's why I think the Bruins are having such a difficult time against the Panthers compared to other teams.
Yeah, it's like a boxer. You have a shorter boxer, you have a taller boxer. The taller boxer is going to have the advantage. They can crowd you without being in your face, whereas
Exactly.
the smaller one has to be in your face in order to crowd you.
Right, exactly, and that's where I think the matchup nightmares are kind of coming into it. Ooh, that was a bad pass by Marchand there. Good move there by Marchand.
They pressured him well around the net.
That is offside. And you're fucking weird, horse. I just saw what you put. Fucking weirdo. Fucking weirdo. But yeah,
Who is that?
it's a buddy of mine.
Oh.
Hypothetically, when the Bruins win, who do you think is their hardest opponent?
Again,
The Maple Leafs and Lightning series isn't over yet. Mind you, I think Toronto, that's a back-breaking loss for Tampa. Toronto, I think Toronto has a good matchup against the Bruins. There's some good talent there in the Maple Leafs team. I think Bruins will. They're not as tough of a team though as the Panthers, so it will be a little bit more interesting. It will be a little bit more high flying in that regard. The Maple Leafs have a good roster, but I'm gonna compare here. Yeah, it's a smaller roster. They have a couple of 6'3" guys like Knives, the rookie, but he's a rookie. Matthews is 6'3", but he doesn't really play a physical game. I think Ryan O'Reilly is a really good addition that was a really good addition. I think he'll add a little bit of depth, but yeah, I mean, there's not. They play a completely different style, and I think the Leafs will have a little bit more difficulty against the Bruins' defensive length and a defensive depth, I should say.
I mean, in my in my opinion, it all depends on who the next team is going to be, right?
Yeah,
Because every team is going to present different problems for every team,
absolutely.
right? So, if Toronto wins, which they look like they do, they're going to win. Right? You have a pretty explosive offense that rotates
Absolutely.
very well. You guys have Boston has a very good defensive core that should be able to sustain most of their stuff. But again, when you have two really good teams, it always comes down to the third and fourth lines, and the third and fourth lines of the Bruins could be second and third lines anywhere
Great
else.
save by ullmark there.
You know, so it really is going to come down to the aspect of who they're playing and what third and fourth line. Which if, like, let's say the Rangers make it, past this round, and then they make it past the next round, and we play the Bruins in that round, the Rangers are going to present some type of.
Boston was in the slot right there. That was almost.
The Rangers will present a problem for Boston, and not necessarily defensively, because defensively they have holes and they have issues that they got to clean up.
Yeah, I mean, every team is going to be challenging to play against. None of these are going to be cakewalks. It's just not. Like, it's not going to be, sweep. That's just not, unless something catastrophic happens to one of these teams. Like, it's just, I don't see that happening. Bruins had a historic regular season, but that's a regular season. Like, in the playoffs, it becomes a lot harder to play against other teams because it becomes a closer checking game.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one thing people don't want to acknowledge. And then you also have certain moments where teams kind of find themselves during the postseason. I mean, I think we saw that with the Devils, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Devils struggled in their first two games, right? When they were at home, they go to the Garden and they destroy all Ranger fans' hope and dreams, and they win 2 there. But do I think I'm kind of obviously joking this because he's my boy and he's a Ranger fan. But no, they go to Madison Square Garden, they win 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people saying that series was over, right? Because it's 2-0, it's over. I mean, no, there's different moments during the series that will happen. Until you win 4, it's not over, right? Like the Tampa series, I don't. This Florida series ain't over.
Definitely not. Like
this
Tampa has a lot of fight. They have the veteran leadership of champions. Period.
Right. The Florida Bruins isn't over. They're still playing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tampa Bay and Toronto, they're still playing.
Mm-hmm.
Until there's a 4th game winner, that's when the series are over, in my opinion. Now, if Tampa was getting absolutely shell shocked every single game, 7-0, right? Okay, yeah, maybe we could kind of have
it. Yeah, and even then, not really, because look at the Rangers and Devils. The Rangers completely shell shocked them in the first 2 games.
Yeah,
right, and then out of nowhere, it was a tight game, and then the Devils got the bounces and they won.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you can never count anybody out until it's over, right? You don't want to be the one watching history because your team was on the losing end of some shit that never happens.
Absolutely.
That's the worst feeling. You're like, oh, it never happened. What the fuck?
Exactly.
So never sleep on anybody. Never sleep on a team.
Brontosaurus, the Carlo Rex. Yep, he's that was a phenomenal little effort there that he had in front of the net. That's what I like to see, a good point shot. I can't believe Zach Hyman scored one off his face.
Two yesterday. You didn't see the other one by
whacked it out of the air.
Great hand-eye coordination by Nelson, bro. Because he's like off the face. I can get it. Like just golf swung it in, bro. What a go. You know, the Islanders were said to be dead, and they got a win yesterday.
No, they got massively outplayed for most of that game, though.
Yeah,
They did. So the
but
Islanders got to come better effort. Like if they play that same exact game, Hurricanes win that 8 times out of 10. Like that was.
they get to go back home to the UBS arena, and oh
Nope,
man,
not intermission yet. They're gamer. Not intermission yet. Bruins and Panthers are tied 1-1. 7:54 left here in the second period. Zaka taking the draw. Good battle here. Good dancing at the line. McAvoy low.
all right, Robert Kraft, calm down.
That was
Calm
a good
down, Robert Kraft.
That was a good shot. McAvoy going with a spin, going to forehand around the net.
Your boys in the rafters up there watching, Mr. Robert Kraft.
Bruins are definitely looking really good in this period. I like what I'm seeing. So it's McAvoy and Orlov here at the point. Both McAvoy's a right-hand shot, Orlov's a lefty. So kind of opening up. Good safe play there by ullmark. That was a really good play by ullmark there. That was heads-up play.
I know somebody who plays goalie that will do that in EA.
I mean, elite puck moving tendy here. Bro, it does take the guys back by surprise when I play it. Sometimes it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Good play by Hall there. Hathaway on the forecheck. First man in. Hall gets it. Oh, what a glove there by Bobrovsky. That
$10 million worth?
What's
$10 million worth. $10 million worth? That's what I'm gonna call. Every time he makes something, he does something good. I'm gonna be like, is it $10 million worth though? He did cover it very well. He got to it quicker than I thought he was gonna get to it. Because I thought it was still rolling down his pad a little bit, but he reached over quickly enough.
That was a great forecheck by Hathaway. I like how he's been playing this game, playing aggressive, using his body. Oh, see, rebound by Bobrovsky there from the point shot. Oh, Pasta tried the wrap there. Good keep in there at the point by Lindholm. Lindholm gets it. It's kind of a 2-on-2 here. Oh, good block by Gudis there.
Mm-hmm.
Bobrovsky getting the puck. Good keep there, Foligno on the boards. Oh, shit. I forgot about that. I'll have to do that when I get a chance. You sent a little bit of an updated watermark. Appreciate it there. As always, tenacious, you troll. Hey, fucking troll. Well, I mean, Bruins are all over the Panthers here in this period. This is actually probably the best I've seen the Bruins play.
So to everybody watching the game, right? Honest question. Not even about this game. But who do you have coming out of that Seattle Avalanche series? I would really like to know that.
I'm going to stick with the Avs.
You gonna stick with the Avs? Okay. I'm kind of conflicted, bro. Like, it's crazy.
No, man, I definitely look forward to helping the logos and stuff like that. It's going to be big, you know what I mean? I really do appreciate
Facts.
all the help and stuff you're giving, man. You're the man. Avalanche. Big Belly. So Big Belly Bark has the Avs. Okay.
Okay, I'll take that.
Okay. Intermission break. As everyone acting like Makara is such a hindrance, but they still have effing McKinnon. Yeah, I mean, that's a fair point. Very fair point. That's actually a good idea. Put it on a bottle like that. That'd be kind of cool. It's actually a good idea. We gotta do the merch stuff better. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we're small though, but we should definitely do that. Do or die Minnesota on Friday.
I say they force a game 7.
Yeah.
I say that series coming into the playoffs. That was one of the series that I said is going to be too hard to pick. Yeah. Tuned into basketball. The Knicks are smacking the Cavs right now. In Cleveland.
Bruins going on the power play again. Hey, send me an email. Send me an email. Let's see. It's 8-Bit Entertainment LLC at gmail.com. If you want to reach out, definitely hit me with an email. We can actually have a conversation.
For sure.
Boston Bruins here. Florida clears it. Let's see. Boston, I got to see a little bit more of a little bit less careless giveaways here. Stop dancing at the line, too. That'd be fantastic.
They just need to get in the zone easily and set up.
The problem is that
they're rushing. They're rushing too much.
I'm sorry, McAvoy. Marchand likes to dance at the blue line, and it always creates these bad odd man rushes. You know. What was that, Bertuzzi? Come on. Come on, guys. They're playing high against you in the like. Go get some speed going. Maybe do a chip and chase there in the corner, but all right, here we go. Set something up, boys. All right, shot on net there, saved by Borowski. Kind of a low. Nobody. Yep. No, I was just gonna say that, Andy. Nobody in front of the net. Nobody building screen. No great traffic. So that shot's kind of poor selection there. Let's get some point to point. That was a good. I don't know if you saw what Orlov was doing there. He was trying to hit a nice shot over to Zaka on the back door.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Trayman, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you popping through. So Marchand scores too. Okay, all right.
Okay.
Yeah, we got you. I think all things considered, he's done okay in the series. He's actually done pretty well. I just don't think it's shown up in the scoreboard.
Yeah, I think he's doing the little things.
Oh, what was that, Pasta? That was a muffin, bud. So 20 seconds here on the power play. Bruins got one last chance here to get something going. Just got your email, bud. I'll hit you up in a bit. Oh, great back check by Ekblad. That was a great effort. Good play. Good forecheck there by Zaka. Hall coming in. Debrusk on him. Good keeping by Carlo. Oh, Zaka. That's a hell of a shot. That was a little high, though. Oh, Hall with a good effort there. Horberg just throws it down. That was a bad play there. Forward just kind of a little too hard on that backhand. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you enjoying it. Ooh, Duclair right down the middle. You can't let that, boys. Good stick. DeBrusk looks kind of cooked there. Good stick in the lane there by DeBrusk. Good play by Coyle there. Good save by ullmark. Oh, Bennett scores right in the slot.
Mm-hmm.
That just seems like the
It was a deflection, I think, off Foligno's stick. Nothing Ullmark could have done. It was just a good shot.
That was a good shot.
Yeah, unfortunate deflection, but it happens.
Yep. I mean, here's what it is. Bruins have been playing good this period. Bruins have been the more dominant team throughout this period. So.
Yeah, but look, right after this goal, see how Florida is just picking up their intensity? This is what I'm saying. If they would play the whole game like this, they'd probably be out by 2 goals or so, right? Or it wouldn't have been such a dominating performance by the Bruins so far. Because when they play it like this, it's when they give the Bruins the most problems.
I mean, I think a lot of it was more that the Bruins were just playing so damn good. And, I mean, they were kind of all over them. The Bruins were starting to play more of their game. But, yeah, I mean, but the Panthers kind of, when they do play their game and up to their potential, they're a tough team to play against. I need Saka to be a little bit stronger on that. Oh, good little rush there. Well, Panthers go with 2-1. That was a great tip by Hathaway.
I thought he was going to sneak it by Bobrovsky, honestly.
Bruins keep playing the way though they'll win, and with that type of they'll get a couple. That was a little bit of a struggle there for the Bruins. I mean, not even a struggle. That's just a bad sequence of events on that one goal. Oh. All right, Tenacious, appreciate you popping through. I'll give you a call. He's frustrated because he knows the number one priority shut him down when he's on the ice. With an average of 9 to 20 minutes per game, is Sugo. I mean, listen, Pasta. I think Pasta's trying a little bit too much, though. If I'm being really frank, I think he's trying a little too hard, in my opinion. I think he's just gotta find his game and he'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
I think he just gotta simplify his game. That's the big thing. You know what I mean? Like, he's trying too much. You don't have to.
Well, that, and I don't know if you noticed, those 2 shots he had on the power play, he wasn't ready.
No.
They pass him a puck for a one-timer. He got it, but he wasn't ready for the one-time, and it was like a really soft shot. It had nothing on it. And then there was another play where he had the puck, and he didn't shoot it. He just kind of threw it towards the goalie.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know, man. It was just weird.
It was really weird. It was really weird. I didn't understand it. It was kind of, he just seemed like he wasn't ready for a few times throughout the game. Bruins are trailing now 2-1 Florida. Florida, like I said, they're not going to go down quietly. So this is kind of going how I expect it would. Close game. Bruins if the Bruins keep up that effort though, they'll eventually break through. You know what I mean? They were the dominant team for most of that period. And they come up with that same energy, they'll be fine. But I think their players just gotta be committed to both ends on the ice because that was a bad sequence of events. So that guy's just alone in front of ullmark,
100%. This next period's gonna, for me, I think for Florida, it's gonna be a defining period, right? Obviously, if they lose, they're out of the playoffs. If they win it, then they extend the series, right?
Yeah.
But not only that, I think in character, I think even if they lose and they ball out, that they're still winners because they put up a great fight against a team that was supposed to like sweep them. Is what a lot of people thought, right? You and I both agreed that we thought it was unrealistic at the beginning, but a lot of people did pick Boston to sweep this series, and that's just not a realistic
No, I
thing.
said Boston in 5. I thought Florida was going to win 1 because I think people underrated some of the aspects of the Panthers game, right? Like they just they're the second wild card team, and there's a lot of talent on that team, So and there's some good players over there, so it's not a bad team by any stretch of the imagination. If Boston, I'll say this though, Boston without having their 2 top centers, I mean it is kind of shocking they were able to be up 3-1 in this series.
Yep.
Because that's big. Now Bergeron being back is huge. He's looked pretty steady. He's actually brought some energy into the lineup. And I think you can kind of notice defensively. That's why I think the game is so different, right? Like I think that's why the Bruins are such a better team in this game compared to previous games, in my opinion, especially when it comes to defensively. There's just not much there for the Panthers to do. The Panthers have scored on 2 terrible fucking giveaways by the Bruins defenders, right? It hasn't been because of what the Florida has created. It's been what Boston has created for Florida. So, I mean, if I'm going into that locker room, I'm like, listen, like, these guys haven't scored on us when, we haven't – these guys haven't scored on – the only time these guys have scored on us is when we given them the puck. So, like, Bennett in the slot by himself, like, he's an NHL shooter. Like, he's going to score those, So, it's just can't always ask – like, could ullmark make a save there? Possibly, but that's all – that's a prime scoring area, basically untouched in the slot. So, and Florida's doing a very good job of blocking shots in that second period. So, it was a pretty good period for the Bruins. They definitely were leading the way throughout that period, and then just an unfortunate play that leads the Panthers 2-1. So. If I'm in that lineup, I'm like, well, guys, like we were all over them. We just got to keep at it and take the proper shots when needed. Stop dancing with the puck on the blue line on the power play. Just saying. No, it drives me wild. Like, why are we dancing on the blue line with the puck? Like, get it low, get a deep cycle. Like, that's the Florida Panthers play an aggressive forecheck on the penalty kill. Like, use that to your advantage. Like, chip it with a little bit of loft across stump and get some speed. And, I mean, like, looking at this Sam Bennett goal, I can't show it on here because we'll get copyrighted. I mean, look. He's in the slot by himself. Like, what is this? Like, just absolute – just a bad bounce right to him. So, but, hey, I'll be right back. Actually, I just go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back.
Okay, you read my mind, but go ahead. So yeah, edit it. I definitely agree with you there. That's what we were talking about, letting the game come to you. Sometimes you just got to take a step back, let the game unfold in front of you in order for you to really be able to be effective. right? Because sometimes when you take that step back, it allows you to really read what's going on and understand what your role can be on the ice.
Your teammate did Barnett. And I was there, Mike. You didn't know. I said there were a lot of candidates. But it's quickly Brunson, Barrett, Robinson, and Hart. Toppin sits down. So 3 guards.
If anybody's curious about the NBA right now, New York had like almost a 20-point lead, and it's down to 8. Oh, what? Quickly just hit a 3-pointer, so it's up to 11. But actually 10. They just made an adjustment. But yeah. Even though, let's see, they done. Oh, okay. AW, that's dope. AW wished the Florida Panthers good luck for tonight's game. Okay, okay. I guess they're watching some hockey too in the back. But yeah, I mean, as far as that, the rest of this game goes, I believe the same thing. I believe that if Boston keeps playing the way they're playing, keeps keeps attacking, and just stays patient, sticks with the game plan, they're gonna find their way, and they're gonna be able to overcome, being down by 1, and actually win. So I think they'll be fine. For the Panthers, I think a lot of them just need to keep fighting in order to win their moment, because they may not win the game, but it's going to be about their moment. What I learned, Shaggy says, what I've learned from Cassidy's tenure as head coach is you can't improve if you don't play. 100%. Agreed. You have to play the game. You have to play and see what works, see what doesn't work. There's a lot of things that go into that. Yeah, he's good. He's probably in the little boy's room. Yeah, pretty much a break, a little bit of a cool down period while the intermission is going on. It's kind of like at the stadium, everybody's going to the bathroom, everybody's getting a drink. So most of you guys have the Avalanche coming out of that other series. Okay. I don't know. I think they're gonna come out of that series, but I would not be surprised at all if Seattle finds a way to fight back and win. But that mentality for me has changed because of McCann's injury after the McCarr hit. Like I said, I think him being on the ice, his presence played a big role in how Seattle won. I don't think he scored too much at all in these playoffs, or did much point-wise, but I think that his presence was a difference for them. It allows them to play a little bit deeper all the way around. Well, what do you mean benching Pasta for his bat for not pushing? So what exactly are you referring to, Shag?
Darius Garland, now 17 points for Garland. Starting to get a little bit of a feel. Finds Mobley, who just checked back in. Mitchell using that screen. And Mitchell kicked out his leg. As Barrett gets the rebound. Now throws it up. Robinson. Not a smart pass there. And the Knicks turn it over. Here comes Mitchell.
I mean, overall,
Garland sets his three. In and out.
during the regular season, when you bench a player of any caliber, as a coach, right? It's not only learning, you know, oh, that you should bench. Oh, yeah, I definitely don't agree that he should be benched. That would be silly. To bench Pasta now. He's been one of your marquee players. His presence on the ice requires the other team to pay attention to him, which opens up the lanes for other players. So even if he's not playing the best at the moment, you still can use him even as a decoy, right? And have a conversation with him. Now, if you were to bench him during the regular season, it'd be one of those things where maybe you want him to take a look at some things or whatever from the outside looking in, right? Watching what the other guys are doing, how they fill in the holes, and so on. But in the playoffs, in a closeout game, you gotta want him on the ice. Even if he's not playing well, you want him on the ice because you never know when that switch would just flip, and then before you know it, he's got 3 goals. Right, he gets a hat trick just because he kept playing through it. So he is one of those players. Very explosive, very dynamic. He can score in multiple ways. So it's very important that you give a player like that the time to evolve in a game, not just throughout a season or series. You would definitely want him to do, the right things, keep playing, keep, fighting, and figure out what he needs to do.
What's going on? I'm back.
We're just talking about Pastas not being super productive right now, and edited said we should that the Bruins should bench him, and we're just kind of giving the reasons why you wouldn't bench someone, especially at this time of the season. So Shaggy says exactly what I'm saying. He's not exactly producing, but he's not bad enough to be a real liability, regardless of his turnover trend.
Right.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. I don't think he's. See, being a forward is different than a defenseman, right? Now, if you had that same problem with a defenseman that was just turning it over, then you would maybe you bench him for a shift or two and just get him to like really focus up, because they're the last line. But when you're a forward and you're giving it up, yeah, it kind of damages the offensive flow. But considering how big of a part of the offense he's been all season to this point, you kind of just, keep him there, and he's not costing you. But you hope that here in the third he figures it out and he finds his scoring touch.
No, I mean, well, hopefully he turns around. I mean, hopefully he'll kind of find scoring touch. I mean, he's got a great shot. The problem I've seen with him is he's just not really played into his strengths.
I'm gonna say this flat out, right? In that power play, he did not look like he was into the game. He was just there. He was overthinking. When the puck came to him, he had to do something, and he just did something, and he didn't really do, what you expect him to.
I'm fine with Pastrnak taking shots, right? Because that's what I want. That's exactly what I want him to do. But the quality on that was bad, in my opinion. He's got to show a little bit more gusto, a little bit more determination. So.
I'll be back. I'm gonna get something to drink.
Yeah, Bruins keep up with this effort. They'll be fine. Excuse me. Yeah, Fliggy probably did. Fliggy's a good dude. I like him as a locker room leader. Yeah, I think they'll be fine. All right, boys. Start of the first here. Nosek actually taking off the first draw. He's been good on the dot throughout this whole series. Bruins win that draw. Start off with possession. Walk in on the forecheck. Foligno gets it behind the net. Well, good try there by Lauco. Icing. Power play would be nice. They've been struggling on the power play. O'Halloran, in my opinion. This is my opinion. Bergeron and Marchand back out there together. Debrusk. Now they got Debrusk here. So now the original top line for this season is back together. Last couple seasons, I should say. Bergeron, Debrusk, Marchand. Debrusk, I think, adds a nice little dynamic to that line, which I good keeping with it with Debrusk. Back to the point here. Good save by Bobrovsky. Good play. Orlov's got a heck of a shot, so if they start utilizing him a little bit more on some of these low point shots. Oh, good tuck try by there. Good tuck try by Bergie there. Good shot attempt by Bergie. Bruins got started out pretty well here. They're getting good control of the puck here. Picking off where they left off in the second period. And Tyler Bozak, and wrong answer, here's why. Tyler Bozak tripped Noel Achari. Oh, okay. I mean, fair. Fair. Good keep in there. Good shot by Bertuzzi low. I mean, that was a while ago. It took me a second to recall what you were talking about. Bertuzzi drops it to Pasta. Pasta coming in. Good pursuit by Zaka. Orlov getting it, using that net as some leverage there. Oh, a little hopped over him. Hathaway here on the forecheck. Stahl's got it. And icing for the Bruins. You are still mad at it. That is pretty funny. That is pretty funny. I mean, Bruins are dominating shots 31-16. They just got to keep it up. Bobrovsky has rose to the occasion. He's made some nice saves. Good win by Bergeron. Oh, good try there. Good puck pursuit, Jake debrusk. To Bergeron. Icing. The Bruins are all on it. Cole here taking the draw. Good win. Hall takes a shot. Good save by Bob. Right in the breadbasket, though. Good win by Bergeron. Oh, good drive by McAvoy. Marchand keeps that in. What a play. Good effort there by debrusk. Puts himself offside. I think you are right. I think it was Shen that scored that. Like what I'm seeing from the Bruins thus far, man. They're playing a good game. What's going on there, Fajardo?
Nothing much, bro. Nothing much. Just got myself a little snack. I was contemplating on cooking something, but I said let me just wait until later.
Bruins going to go on the power play here. Orlov dancing here at the point. Back to Hall. Bergeron with the drive here. Keep the possession, boys. Just shoved them a few times. The Bruins on the power play here. They need to start getting something going. Getting a one-timer off for Pasta. Just getting net front presence here, you know? Doesn't have to be crazy. You got to, if you take away the goalie's eyes, they become less effective, correct, Fajardo?
Yes, sir.
What type of chips you eating there, bro?
White cheddar.
White cheddar. Like chips or popcorn?
Popcorn.
Popcorn. That's a good. I was gonna say I was confused.
Gold emblem.
Oh, good.
AKA CVS's brand. Just throwing that out there.
I actually get those too.
Yeah. CVS got some
Good
good
goal! Let's go! What did I say? Just get the puck on net, man.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot the point, man. Sorry, just God, it drives me crazy with that power play. They don't shoot the damn thing. Great win by Bergeron. Looks like Bergeron celebrating. He might have got a tip here on this. He did.
He
He
definitely
did.
did.
Great dip. The captain's back. Absolutely fantastic play. Marchand to find Bergie right there. That is why you get the puck on the goddamn net. 2-2. Bruins can't stop here, though. They got to keep all over them. They've been dominating and dictating the play the whole game. They need to stay on top of it. Now Florida's going on the power play.
Oh my God. I didn't see what happened. Did you?
It was a tie up off the face-off dot. I mean, this is a makeup call, I think. I appreciate you, Shaggy. Now Bruins got to make a major kill here. Major kill. Big kill for the Bees here. Ooh. Scored. Reinhardt scored. Good goal. Good puck movement. That was a good goal by Reinhardt. They had it open around. I think Boston was chasing a little bit too much on that penalty kill. Open up that guy right in the middle, right in the slot. Reinhardt sitting here right in the middle.
Reinhardt, is he related to the Reinhardt that used to play on the Avalanche, like in the late '90s, early 2000s?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that.
Because he was like that Reinhardt was like a third, fourth liner for me, and I liked his game. It was just
I'd
like
have
rough.
to look at it. No, Sam Reinhardt's. I know him from the Calgary that got traded to Florida. Boston's got to respond here, though. Why would Pasta pass that to Zaka right there?
I don't know. He probably thought that the defenseman was gonna come off of him and towards him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just a weird. Would have been better if he just had the puck.
Now here's a hot take. Could it be that maybe he's a little nervous?
I just think he's getting frustrated.
I don't think he's frustrated. I've seen frustrated before. He would be trying to do too much.
That's what he's been doing most of the series. He's been trying to be.
No. I think he's been lacking in to a certain degree. And I don't mean like nervous, like oh my god, like you know first time, but I think that he's holding on too tight.
I mean, there could be some of that there. I just think, he's not playing himself. I mean, that could maybe be some of it. I don't know. Because like right there, I would rather Pastrnak take it because he had a little bit more space and just rip that shit on net. Like
Yeah,
he's got a
it was a
world-class.
2-on-1. The defenseman went towards the other guy, and you pass it towards the other guy. Like you know what I mean? Like you're not confident. There's something wrong there. Mm-hmm. I can hear that we don't get the same commercials though. That's
No,
fucking
because I'm on
hilarious.
nothing.
Let me go check on the Knicks, see if they blew it or if they're still. Okay, okay, all right, Knicks. I'm gonna say on this for a second. They're up by 7 points with 1:07 left. With 17 seconds left on the shot clock. A lot of sevens.
He's gonna need a chiropractor for the playoffs. Then now Bergeron taking a big face off here, beats Barkov. Marchand hustling. Good cycle here by the line. Good puck pursuit here, McAvoy. Daryl, the Toronto Maple Leaf fan, rooting for the Panthers. What's going on, Daryl? Appreciate you popping in, bud. Bruins have been dictating the play pretty much all game. Unfortunate turnovers that led to 3 Florida goals. Bruins out shooting the Panthers 37-17. I don't want to see your bees in the second round. Well, yeah, I mean, neither of our teams have won the series, so we don't know yet. We don't know yet.
There's a lot of teams in the NHL that feel the same way you do, Daryl. Just saying.
I always like to, game 4 is game 4. When you win that, that's when you move on.
Mm-hmm.
Good hit by Carlo. Polino here on the forecheck.
Knicks win in 5 games.
As well they should be. After having a stupendous regular season and having a home court advantage, they've been dominated by the Knicks. Very exposed in this series for the Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell at 28 points will dribble it out.
Good tap there. Bertuzzi coming in with a little bit of speed.
And let's go Knicks champ behind the bench, and that'll do it. Top 10 JD Pickerstaff exchange handshake.
It's official. The Knicks move on to the next round of the playoffs. Wow. 10 years, bro. 10 exact years since they won a playoff series.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, 2012-13. That was the last time that the Knicks won a playoff series.
They have been road warriors all season long. And I get the biggest one of the season right
Wow.
tonight.
Go, what a score! Oh, let's go,
Good
man.
job.
Good
Good
shot.
job. I
Let's
saw that.
go.
I had just switched to it when it happened.
Let's go. Let's go. Needed
Tyler
that.
Hall.
Taylor Hall, man. Let's go. Bruins tie this game up. All right, let's not take a dumb penalty again, which, I mean, Panthers are a good team, man. Orlov with a fantastic entry. And like, this is the thing, man. Look, like shots, yeah, it gets blocked here, but look at this. Get the rebound right through his screen. Great shot. Wicked wrista. Right over the shoulder. All right, so Bruins got to score one here. They got all the momentum going. Big Balls Hall. Appreciate the other super chat there.
Big
Let's
ball
go.
ball.
Up in here. You're from New York. Did you like DMX Fajardo, or were you not into his music?
I was a Rough Rider.
Were you?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I have my love and my respect.
Oh, rebound. Juicy rebound here. Oh, bad turnover here. Big save. Great effort here by debrusk. Good haul, pursuit by Hall here. Cole just throws Staal. Great block by Hathaway here.
If Florida has a chance, it'll be now. They're surging.
Come on, boys. Bertuzzi out here with Pasta. Pasta here on the forecheck. Good play there by Nosek. Lino off the bench here, off the forecheck. Nosek back to the D here. Lindholm to Grizzlick. Up. Nosek back to Lindholm. Oh, no, that is not Lindholm. Oh, wait, it is Lindholm. Sorry. Didn't look like Lindholm for a second on my screen. Oh, good little. Oh, that was a good little lift try right there.
Boston needs to take advantage. I think Florida might be down a defenseman.
DeBrusk here on the forecheck, challenging Gudis. Oh, good one-handed play. Good pursuit there by Charlie McAvoy. Gudis loses his stick. Good hit by McAvoy. Hall coming in with some speed. Great pass to Mac. Oh, great pass to Coyle, too. That was a good pass. Oh. That was a fantastic pass from Hall. Hall really maneuvering in there, getting the pressure. Bruins are all over the Panthers right here. Let's go. Big balls, Hall. Thank you again for the super chat, Shaggy. You're the man. I hear no fat lady. You're right, man. You're right.
I love that movie. Independence Day was a great movie.
Oh, I made a mistake. I forgot to turn on monetization for the. Well, it doesn't matter after the fact. I'll just do it now, though. It's so weird, though, right? When I do the things in StreamYard, how it automatically isn't set up to monetization. It's actually kind of annoying. So how about those Celtics choking away, eh? That lead late.
Oh my! Smart was not smart.
No.
He made that foul that opened the door, and then Trey just do what Trey does. Do we have any Av fans in here? Or Seattle fans?
We might.
I wish the NHL would just go back to the old format of playoffs. 1 through
Yeah,
8.
the 1 through 8, I agree. 1 through 8 is so much better. Charlie McAvoy here on the draw. Bennett wins it. Freaking like a pile up on 95 in back of the net.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good block there by, I don't know if I saw which Florida Panther player blocked that. It was a tremendous block.
I know who it is because you're like 10 seconds ahead of me. So
What's that?
I don't know who it is because you're like 10 seconds ahead of me.
My streams don't like to make sense, so that's probably why. They like to be either behind or ahead, no in between. Oh, come on, guys.
Well,
Oh,
you-
good play there.
if you go back to your TV, I'll pause mine until we get to the same place. Ooh, what a hit by Gudis. I like
That
that.
was a good hit. That was a good open ice hit.
I like that. Oh, what an elbow he caught coming in, though. Eesh.
Oh. Good Marchand. Good forecheck there by Marchand to get it. Good pass by Marchand. McAvoy's. debrusk. Oh, man. Good shot block there. Charlie Krill keeps it in. Oh, McAvoy went for Marchand there with a nice redirect. That was a good try. Oh, debrusk gets thrown. Polino fighting for the puck here.
What are they calling?
Florida. So Bruins got on the power play here. Florida had too many men on the ice. And no, Jeremy, it wasn't a point taken back. It wasn't a point taken back. That's big. That's big. That's a big fucking. That is a big mistake there by Florida. Well, we got ourselves a game here, kids.
Well, it's gonna be interesting. Next goal wins the game.
Shaggy, if Bruins win the cup, I'm getting a Blades tattoo. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself.
Don't do it.
Interesting comment here. Seattle on paper is super mid, especially with goaltending, but I mean somehow they're making it work. I think because Grubauer is actually playing up to how he should be playing. You know, Grubauer is playing night and day better than he was in the regular season. He's like a completely different goaltender. I mean, I don't think that's a stretch of the imagination. Do you?
Not at all.
Like, he's playing like a completely different goaltender. He's playing more sure of himself. You're starting to see why he got that contract. And I'm happy for Seattle fans, man. Like,
I mean, I knew they had fight in them. I like the way they can play
ooh, nice
when they
shot from the
play,
point.
but man, right now with that injury,
Oh, nice try.
I don't know how their shape is going to take place.
Yeah. So Bruins definitely got to get something going here. Oh, yeah, with his history back in plus Jonesy backing up, you got a real monkey's paw on goal. Yeah, you either get really good goaltending or really horrific. It's no in between with fucking Seattle, but it's been really mainly good, you know. So, some guys get a little bit better in the posting, a little bit more locked in. And I would also have to say Seattle's playing better defensively.
Mm-hmm.
They are playing better defensively. All right, Bruins got a minute, 13 seconds here. That was a bad play by Marchand. Didn't look at the guy ahead of him. Lindholm coming in with some speed. Perennial Norris contender Jamie Olsek leading them. I mean, yeah, like not much names on paper, but they're making it work. They're playing as a team. They are playing as a team. I got to give that to Seattle. Bruins got 32 seconds left on this power play. 2:06 left in the third. Tied 3-3. They got to try to get something on net here, get something going. Oh, there you go. I like that little shot by Lindholm. Charlie McAvoy behind the net. Hall got it on the half wall. DeBrusk. Good keeping by DeBrusk. Oh, that's going to wrap up the power play there with 3 seconds left. Bruins are going to get a fresh group out here. 1:33 left in the third period. That was a big kill by Florida there. Big save by ullmark. Bennett, little turtle over there, I guess. Big face off here. 4 seconds left. Nosek here taking the draw. First Barkov. Out there to the center ice. Weird stanchion bounce there. A little offside.
Just a little.
Chucky gave him the old sling blade treatment right to the foot. Don't be whacking at my goalie. All right, I'm fine with that. Chara is stabbing voodoo dolls back home. I think it's kind of cool. He's back living in Boston.
Yeah.
Big save by ullmark. 23 seconds left.
Boston just needs to make sure that the moment doesn't catch them.
Yeah.
That's it. They need to just play it. Defensively, they need to play just careful enough that they don't get beaten on a breakaway, because I've seen it done before.
Yep. I mean, it's a defensive face-off here. They've got to make sure they have Charlie Coyle. They have a couple centers out there in case something happens. Bergeron taking the draw here. Good win by Bergeron. That was a bad play by Bergeron. Just got to.
Who's excited about the NFL draft? Starts this week, right? Friday, I think.
Yep.
That's going to be a whole
Great poke check. 3. Great save by Bobrovsky on a breakaway. Marchand almost had something there. Great, fantastic save. Kept him in the game. We're going overtime, folks. We're going extras. Well, got a little bit extra hockey here. Nothing wrong with that.
Yep, they just dropped the puck over in Seattle.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Why does that girl with the green vest look so angry that she has to be there longer? You did see that, right? She just there like this. Fucking guys couldn't finish this already.
Ekblad almost put that in on the rebound. Can you imagine that being the end of the Panthers season? That would have been kind of ironic in a way. But Panthers survived. Bobrovsky's played well. I'll give it that to him. He's played pretty well, made the saves he had to make. And, you know.
You have ESPN 2?
What's that?
You have ESPN 2? You can swap over to ESPN 2.
Shaggy says because she's got work. Yeah, OT, sudden death. So next goal wins. Whoever scores the next goal there, Jeremy, they get the win. Oh, sudden death. First goal wins, buddy. Oh, yeah. So let me look at the ESPN. You say ESPN?
ESPN 2. Because ESPN 1 is still covering the Bruins game. Yeah, no McCann for them tonight. That sucks.
What's that?
No McCann. So I guess he must have like a head injury. That means they'll probably miss the rest of this first round. That's sad.
Well, that was a good period for the Bruins. They literally kind of brought forth a lot of that effort. You can't really be too upset about that. Going to extras.
I mean, Florida doesn't want their season to end, so you can't be mad at that at all.
I can be. Yes, I can.
Mm,
No, but
greedy.
no, it's a good hockey game. I mean, the Bruins. If the Bruins have been the dominant team in this game, and they've been all over the Panthers, they've been head and shoulders better than the Panthers. It's just dumb mistakes that have made that go this distance. So I like what I see.
I mean, Florida's had their little stretches where
A
they
little bit,
dominated
yeah.
the game. You know what I mean? It really just does come down to a few of those mistakes, whatnot, for both teams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Florida obviously has been playing pretty decent defense all the way around, forcing a lot of errors, making Boston make mistakes. And that's
The
difficult.
Lauco penalty, though, I didn't agree with that. They got the third goal there for Florida on that. I didn't really agree with that penalty call. It was like a tangle up off the draw. It was a weird one. I didn't see much there. But
I didn't agree with the penalty before that the Bruins got. Like,
yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, he was kind of falling down, and the guy was there because if you look at his stick placement, that didn't make him go down. He kind of just fell as he was coming across the stick. So he really didn't make him fall. But whatever. It is what it is. Spilt milk.
Seattle versus Colorado here in the first. And, if Georgiev and the Avs somehow lose to Seattle, right? Let's say that happens.
It's going to be
that
all
trade
on Georgiev.
Yeah, you think it's going all on Georgiev?
100%. 100% they're going to put it on Georgiev, which is bullshit. Because Georgiev has been playing very well. The team has just, I mean, it's just been a good series. It hasn't been a bad series. It hasn't been like, they've been playing like garbage or anything like that. It just, listen, facts are facts. It happens. There's going to be a loser. There's going to be a winner. And unfortunately, whoever loses, loses.
So Georgiev in the playoffs thus far, 2-2, 2 wins, 2 losses, a 2.99 goal against average and a 908 save percentage. Like, not terrible. Not terrible. Not great, but not terrible. So that's the big thing. I sacrificed 3 chickens. If you remember, Bruins have to win. Jesus Christ.
Oh, my.
Jerry Lewis, Panthers got lucky on that first one, kind of. Yeah, I agree. That's funny. Big Belly Park says, I'm prepared. I got 4 more chickens. Jesus. That's.
I hope you're making like a dinner or something after that. Eesh.
I mean, good chicken dinner, actually.
Yeah.
So, Seattle's looking pretty good thus far, right? They have a couple draws in the offensive zone. Good win here. Point shot. Nice glove save by Georgiev. Dunn is a really good defenseman for Seattle. Like he's a very good point producer, pretty solid at his own end. A little bit underrated due to being on that team, in my opinion. So I like what I've seen from him thus far. 'Cause how did he do? He probably did pretty well in the season. He usually does pretty decent. Watch me be incorrect. Did he had a terrible season. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, Vince Dunn had a really good season. He had 64 points from the back end. I thought so. What do you think of Seattle's jerseys? Just curiously, what do you think of them?
I like them.
Yeah,
I like them because there's. First of all, I like the color scheme. You obviously know we have an esports team that we started off with that color scheme.
right.
Right. So the color scheme I like. The simplicity of it plays well with the colors, and the S with the I, yeah. Again, the simplicity of it. Going too crazy trying to do like maybe in the next 2 or 3 years you design a third jersey that has like
Kraken, yeah.
exactly something along those lines. But to start off a franchise and have a good looking clean jersey, they did a good job.
Shaggy asked me if did I tell Fajardo about your Bed Bath and Beyond breakdown.
Oh yes, we actually spoke about it.
I was cracking up while telling him. We don't just bring hockey coverage on this channel. We break down retail stores that are failing.
Oh man, have you heard of Walgreens? Oh
yes.
You said failing.
Yeah.
I believe they're soon to go down.
So Big Belly Bark. It was so like we were watching the last game of Bruins versus Panthers, and Shaggy brought up Bed Bath and Beyond, and I was like, you know what? I'll cover it after the game, and I covered it after the game for a good I think 10 minutes or so.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta have a little fun with these streams. Not always. I like to listen to you guys interact and have a little bit of fun, and I was cracking up due to that. So, I mean, I think Bergeron coming back for the Bees, I think that's made a big difference.
Do you think in a positive way though?
Yeah.
I don't feel the same, to be honest. I feel it threw them off a little bit. I think that they had already figured out how to play without him, and they were kind of like rolling. And I think you want him on there, but I think adding him on this closeout game kind of just threw them off rhythm.
I mean, maybe in the first 10 minutes I'd give you that, but then if you look in, just look at the shots and look at how they've played and how they've taken the tempo completely to the Panthers, I would argue that Bruins have definitely looked better with Bergeron in the lineup. This is the best we've seen the Bruins. They've had a couple, they had a 6-goal game once. I would argue, as for an actual performance, they've looked really good today. I think some of these shots would usually go in, and I think Bobrovsky's made some big saves. And if the Bruins kind of minimized their turnovers, they would have won this game 3-1. But it is what it is. It's a hockey game. What are the scores for Boston? It is currently 3-3 going into overtime, so just waiting on intermission. Let them get the old ice clean. Walgreens problem is they always build their stores on top.
That is a fact.
That is a fact.
Sorry, and CVS is just.
Welcome to the Stream Hunter. Appreciate you popping in.
Yep.
Why is that? Do you know why that is? Is that why do they just build always right next to a CVS?
because if people don't like the service at CVS for whatever reason, they go to Walgreens. And a lot of times they have counter specials on certain things, items, because they're exactly the same store, right? It's just that Walgreens probably doesn't have the depth that CVS has when it comes to like dealing with the medical coverages and stuff like that.
Definitely.
But yeah, I mean that Walgreens is not going to win that battle with CVS. I think they need to pick a little bit of a different point in order to try to win some of that. Yeah, Hunter, we're chatting about Walgreens on the intermission.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it was kind of you're bringing up a funny story from the last stream at the end where I promised to review the Bed Bath and Beyond, and we got into a Walmart conversation. I mean, a
Here we
Walgreens
are.
conversation.
Yeah, here we are.
So, I mean, I think when it kind of comes down to it, though, with the Bruins, I like what I'm seeing. Bobrovsky's played well, far exceeded my expectations, but I'd say if the Bruins made a little bit more havoc in front of them, it'd be a little bit. You got to make life difficult on these goalies. I got a serious question. What are you, a dump truck man or a big Tatas get man there, Jardo?
Wow. Oh, legs. Yeah.
Oh, so all right,
So
I'll consider that as the rear suspension.
yeah, yeah. I kind of go there that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
I honestly like. I'm not really that fucking picky either or, honestly. Probably Tatas if I'm gonna lean away, but that's just me. Big old. Let's see. They need to build on a different corner. Yeah, they do. They do need to build on a different corner. Oh, looks like intermission.
It's over.
Looks like it's almost over here.
Let me swap over too. Yeah, it's about to get started.
It's like Twilight. Fuck Team Jacob. We're talking about CVS or Walgreens. We're talking about the real thing. We're talking about the real things. The real things. But Bruins game is back.
Wow. Team CVS. Oh man, I'm done with this. Hilarious.
So let's see if Florida's fighting for their playoff lives here. Hunter Morris says, as a Flames fan, Oilers getting beaten 7 by LA, and Drew Doughty scoring would be the best. Oh Jesus!
Wow.
Yeah, I understand that though. I can't understand Flames fans rooting for the Oilers. To be fair, I mean, obviously that Evander Kane situation where you had that fucking wackadoodle spitting on a 10-year-old girl, cancer patient. Like, yeah, I mean, I can understand why people dislike. But I can't. That's not all LA fans, and to be fair to them, a lot of LA fans were donating to that girl's GoFundMe for her cancer treatments and stuff, which was dope to see. Like a bad moment got turned into some positivity. That's what I like to see. You know what I mean? So Bruins Tkachuk here, dancing the offensive zone. Good block here by the point. Another good block by the Bruins. Good block by Staal. Yes, we use the wackadoodle here. Oh, great poke check there by Coyle.
Yeah, Shaggy. I believe they're pretty much out of the picture of running anything. Rite Aid is already out of that conversation.
Orlov here.
The live money line has a minus 190 for Boston, a plus 150 for Florida. So obviously, everybody's assuming that Boston's gonna win.
Oh, Gudas misplaced that at the line. Oh no, Ekblad misplaced that at the line.
Mm,
Ooh, Ullmark actually threw Lindholm off there when he stopped it like that. Zaka here on the forecheck. Ekblad. All over Ekblad. Oh, Grizzly trying to find Bertuzzi there. Nice low shot on net there for Nosek. Never know. Gudis up. Staal wraps it around. Oh, good hit by Foligno. Missed the puck, though. He could have had a really good 2-on-1 right there. That's unfortunate. Hathaway here working down low. Nosek really kind of he's been out there for a bit. Orlov. Hall here on the forecheck on Ekblad. Good little bump there by Orlov. Charlie Coyle. Serious question. Have you ever seen a small rushing guy? I'm talking height-wise. Are you talking in the NHL? Are you talking in the NHL? Because that you know that young prospect Mitchkov? Because I'm doing that prospect. He's mad short. He's like 145 pounds and like I think maybe 5'10", 5'9". I'd have to look at his height again, but he's like a smaller guy. Oh, in general?
and they have one tracksuit. I'm finished. I'm done. This ain't snatch.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh my.
Good play there. Marchand on Montour there. Good stick by Barkov. Great stick by Zaka there. Wait, Jag, you're 6'6"? Why aren't you playing hoops right now? Oh, what a laser shot. Almost. That did beat Bobrovsky. Good hit by Bertuzzi on Gudis. Oh, miscommunication there. Nice save. Oh. Ullmark didn't grab that clean. Battling the boards here, Lindell. Good stick by Nosek. Good save by Ullmark. I get that a lot. I have no ankles and no shot. Listen, bro, I just need you to sit in the paint and pick up basketball, and I'll feed you.
Do this. Just do this.
I hate that. He also hates basketball. Dude, you would have been a great defenseman. You should play hockey as a D-man.
There you go, Pasta. That was a good shot.
No, I have not seen that video. Brusk coming here with some speed. Nice shot by Bergeron. Good save there by Bobrovsky.
What'd you have it as, Jeremy? Oh. Mm.
What's going on, John? Appreciate you popping in. Mac,
Facts.
Charlie.
Facts. I'm with Jeremy on that. Like, share, and subscribe.
That was such a bad turnover. Wow.
Wow.
That was a backbreaker. That was a bad play. That was a bad fucking play. Yeah, game over. I don't understand what Ullmark's doing there.
I don't know why he came out, bro.
It's just ridiculous. Just Grzelcyk's right there with him, and if you're gonna fucking play the puck, just wrap it around the other way, away from the fucking. That is just so dumb. That was a fucking dumb play. Ullmark just cost him that game. He's got to stay in the goddamn net. That's ridiculous. I mean, hey, Bruins played pretty well in this game. They outshot the Panthers. They were the better team for most of the game. I feel like there was games in this series that Florida was the more dominant team, but they didn't get the win. But yeah, that's a bad one to lose. So now the Bruins will be going back down to Florida, trying to close out the series there. Yeah, that's a bad one, Fajardo. That's a really bad play. It should just stay in the net. And if you are gonna take that puck, don't shoot it past. Don't try to shoot it past the guy. Just shoot it clean as the open space. I don't know.
I mean, at that point, your defenseman is coming. There's a guy in close proximity. You let your defenseman handle that business, and you worry about
exactly.
the net.
That's just it was just fucking stupid. That cost him the goal. Wow. I have no other words. That was such a bad play.
Guy. It's one of those that you just look and you're just like, why in the world would you come out? And I think that's the curse of being good. Hear me out on this, right? The curse of being good is you try to do too much at the wrong time. If you don't learn how to have poise, control of your emotions, and have a game plan. And in this scenario, he just let it get the best of him, and he tried
Mark,
too much.
I mean, Darryl, I agree. He should have just shot at the forehand style. I don't know why he tried to go back up against the grain. That was an awful play. I mean, Ullmark just cost him that game. That was a bad one.
Same mistake that Charlie McAvoy did in the other loss. Remember, we were talking about it, where instead of going around to his D partner, he tried to play it up, and he coughed it up.
Yeah. I mean, that was a bad one. But, hey, we had some fun, so I guess we'll be back for Game 6. We're going back down to Florida. I mean, on the bright side, if you're a Bruins fan, they dominated the Panthers pretty much all game. I mean, outside that first 10 minutes of the game, they were all over them, outshot them, And, I think going into Game 6, you have some full confidence you'll be able to pull that out. It will be interesting to see if David Krejci will be back for Game 6. But I think Patrice Bergeron getting added into the lineup. So outside that first 10 minutes, you could definitely say the difference in way the style the Bruins played. It was night and day. Bruins they played really good. I can't be super mad. They shot themselves in the foot with most of those goals, and I hate to say it. It is kind of poetic justice that, like, after all the turnovers, ullmark, who you've heard me complain about Fajardo, gets a little bit too happy playing the puck, cost them the game. I need him to stay in the fucking net and stop the puck. I don't need you to be spinning around, deking people, or trying to go through people. Ullmark's had a tremendous series. I mean, has a tremendous season. He's been pretty good in the series, but you can't do that stuff, especially in overtime. That was bad. But yeah, so I appreciate everyone popping in. Yeah, it was a good stream.
You see Hunter? Hunter's
Yeah, I
like,
see.
Panthers in 7.
Panthers in 7.
God damn. I mean, do you want to just cover the rest of the first period here, or are you gonna go to the?
I'm gonna go because I'm gonna do the breakdown of the game, a quick little video, and then I'm gonna go do watch the other games and kind of get something to eat too. But but yeah, I mean, heck of a game, but Panthers managed to pull that out. I'm still a little bit in disbelief on how that game ended. That was
that was it. That was it.
So I appreciate everyone popping through. Got quite a bit of viewers throughout the stream tonight on all the streams all across the board. You guys are amazing. Shaggy, I want to give a big shout out again to you for the super chats. You've been a phenomenal with these live streams showing up. Absolutely
chiropractor.
Amazing person. And you know what? We get to a certain level, we'll get you a chiropractor special just for you. But thank you again, guys, so much for watching. Appreciate all the support on the videos and everything around the channel. Yep. And we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.
Oof, that was